by God, it's a miserable morning. And I wasn't going to come out at all. I'm not. I'm sitting there, got up at 5:30 to get up for a sunrise. And I'd got planned to shoot a lone tree. Visited it the day before, had a look at the crop. Yeah, okay, that looks nice. I'll do that tomorrow morning. Got the day to myself. I don't want to waste it. I need to get out as well to get my fitness back. And I get up this morning and it's drizzle and it's horrible and it's grey. And you know what? I couldn't be bothered, and I sat there for an hour, putting myself off coming out. The wife's got up, made her a cup of tea, as you do, all the good things. So you start the day off well. And thought, right, bugger it, I'm going out for an hour. Stretch the legs, if nothing else, I can take the camera. And I'm thinking, where can you go on a miserable, grey, horrible day? Now, for me, there's two choices. There's seascape for real fine art stuff, or a big lake, or as the woodland. Now, I live in the Midlands. Seascape's out of the question. Woodland it was. And I'm so lucky because this woodland sits on a bit of an hill. It's a little bit higher up. And that drizzle and that dank and that low cloud, I'm in it. Hence, fog. And by God, it looks brilliant. And my mood has totally changed driving up here. It's 5 minutes from where I live. I live just a little bit lower and I haven't got this fog. It looked miserable and dank, as I look like saying. And you know what? God, you should go out every time. It's never, ever the wrong choice. The wrong choice is to be miserable and stop it. It looks beautiful. I'm really excited. As I'm driving up now, I get more and more excited. Brilliant. Okay. Look at it. Look how dank and moody and misty and horrible it is, but beautiful. Let's that's enough of the waffle. Let's see if we can actually grab some shots then, shall we? And if nothing else, it's made me feel better. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. Mind your step, Stevie boy. So in conditions like this, what it does is simplifies a messy scene, no matter where it is, whether that is a woodland, seascape or cityscape, anywhere, it will simplify the image. That's what a photographer is looking for most of the time, if not all the time. And you see things in a woodland totally different because of that simplicity. You don't get all that mess in the background. It's just a filler, it's just a canvas behind it. That's why it works so well in a woodland in dense conditions like this. What is so nice though is hearing that dawn chorus, the birds, the woodpecker you'll probably hear in a minute. It's just something extremely special, and that alone makes you feel better. And if you feel better, your photography will reflect that, and you will feel better because of it. Yeah, I'm loving this scene at the minute. I've tried to shoot this fallen tree for a couple of years and never ever actually got anything that I really like. I like this. I'm just trying to compose it a bit better, and I've only just started to take the image. So my process is take a shot and then improve that shot as best as I possibly can. Whether that's moving forward, backwards, height, whatever, different focal lengths, different apertures, things like that. So what I'm going to do, I'll grab this shot and then we'll work this area and see what we can find. What this scene actually looks like to me is like an old giant that's fell over and he's trying to catch himself with his limbs as he's falling over. The far side of it's very messy, so I've either got to crop the image or crop in, but there's parts of the image that I need, so I think it'll be a crop that works the best actually in post, but I'm still going to try and work it. And I've also might even change lenses and go for a wider angle lens and get a little bit closer. That might work as well. At 50mm, being 10 yards away from it, I do like it, but I'm not quite getting what I want, even though I think I've got a good image of it already. But I'm just going to work it a little bit more, then I might just drop the wide angle on. Just going to do what I said, I'm just going to drop the wide angle on very quickly just to see if I can get a different perspective on it, and it might work, it might not. I didn't intend to shoot a wide angle, but with this mist and fog, it doesn't matter at all. The biggest problem I will have is keeping the lens from getting wet, because this lens, I haven't got the lens hood, so it might have to be a quick shot. We'll see. So I think what I'm going to do first is just see if I can create some handheld. This is at 35mm, which is looking good. If I come really wide, it does make it so interesting. There is one or two issues I can see. Yeah, I don't think the ultra wide is working, but you know what? I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go. You never know. So it's about, I'm at about 20mm, something like that. I've got the branch reaching out from the left hand side, the one coming in from the right. The bit that's annoying me is the broken bit at the back, that is separation. So I'm thinking about somewhere there that would work. So I'm actually ending up at about, I don't know, 30mm. So I'm going to actually grab that shot. Just something slightly different. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I love with the wide angle how it stretches towards you. Oh wow, that is quite good. So now I'm at 16mm, getting, as you can see, right close in. What I'm going to do is go, I'm on f8 at the minute, so I'm going to go f16 and get it sharper all the way through the image. I think that's not a problem. I could also focus stack if I needed to, and I might just drop the focus stack on there. Absolutely superb. Oh, you know what a start to a morning. The contrast, literally the contrast from me feeling really crap to coming out feeling fantastic. That's the contrast. come a little walk round and I've come across this one scene, and I didn't really see it at first. So I was just getting the camera out, panning around, and I've seen this one shot. What I like about it is how the trees create depth within the image. So we've got the one foreground tree with a broken branch in front of that, which was the initial reason why I pointed the camera that way. But then I soon realised with this nice fog, we've just really got 3 trees behind it running away from us as a perspective in the distance there, giving depth to the image. And then that beautiful misty foggy background looks beautiful. So I thought I've stopped, I grabbed that shot. Looks really nice. Let me know what you think. So in conditions, you do need to try and create a little bit of a depth within the shot. What is good for depth is fallen trees that can lead you in to the image, and then trees staggered as they go out into the distance there. So I'm trying to use the odd fallen tree, which seems to be working quite well. And these conditions are just fabulous. One thing I have got, and it is a problem for me, is certainly at the moment anyway, as I've spoke about a million times, is at the moment when I go out, it's almost like setting me a challenge every time. You've got a certain amount of distance you can walk till you can get an image, and this is the challenge I got, but this is why I need to get out, so that challenge gets a little bit longer every time, and so I get a little bit fitter. But that's my challenge. My challenge at the moment is, where can I go? How far can I walk? Can I get an image within that area? So I tend to go exactly where I know, so I'm not wasting my energy in distance to try and get a shot. It's hard, I must admit it's hard, but it's worth it. Okay, let's move on slowly and see what else we can find. So I think I've come to the end of another morning in the woods. What a fabulous morning. I've got to be honest with you, I wish I had the energy to stop here all day, but I haven't. And I've got to get back yet. Got about a 10-minute walk, which will probably take me 20. But it is what it is. I hope you've enjoyed this. Try the woodland, get out there. Especially when it's foggy and miserable. When it's miserable, get into the woods. When you're miserable, get into the woods. It'll make you feel better. It will. Right. See you soon.